Rap has been around for a long time, but it is not the same now as it was when it started. The genre has undergone many different changes, and with that many good and revolutionary rappers have come, but only a select few have maintained the level of consistency, quality, and popularity required to be among the best today. Welcome to Who's Number 1. In this video, we are going to be counting down the top 10 rappers in the world, explaining what makes them so special. In order to be considered for this list, the rapper in question needs to at least have dropped one song so far in 2023. Before starting, be sure to let us know who you think is going to be number 1 in the comments section below. With that said, let's get to it. Number 10, Lil Durk. Lil Durk is the face of Chicago right now, but it has taken a long time for him to get to this level. Durk was one of the Chicago drill pioneers in the early 2010s along with the likes of Chief Keef, Lil Reese, Rondo No. 9, and L.A. Capone, and his rise to prominence was fueled by his unique sound, powerful lyrics, and authentic storytelling, as Durk explains the real Chicago street life in his songs. However, his lifestyle has made him lose many of his close ones, one of them being childhood friend and fellow rapper King Von, who was killed in a shooting in 2020. Durk currently has 30 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and has dropped an album called Almost Healed so far this year, as well as hit song All My Life, featuring J. Cole. Number 9, Lil Baby. Lil Baby's street anthems have established himself as one of the crown jewels in the rap game, and have seen him receive 4 gold RIA certified singles, 1 double platinum certified single, 2 triple platinum certified singles, and 1 5x platinum certified single. The 28-year-old rapper from Atlanta is known for his melodic songs and his unique voice and flow, and currently has over 30 million monthly listeners on Spotify. His musical diversity to be able to rap on any beat and change his flow instantly is something that other new rappers in this generation have not been able to master yet. Lil Baby has reached an enviable commercial level because he now resides at a much different artistic level than he did some years ago, and can now point that artistry in a number of different directions. Number 8, Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert was emo rap's main pioneer, and when he released his track XO Tour Life in 2017, he made a club banger that was perfect for the emo generation, and which became one of the biggest hits in recent years, amassing more than 2 billion plays across different platforms. Lil Uzi Vert doesn't stick to the norms of rap and hip-hop. From his fashion sense to his sampling choices, he's always been someone that isn't afraid to subvert the boundaries of genre, and make music that is innovative and ahead of the curve. His sound draws on the influences of emo and punk as much as it does Atlanta trap and Chicago drill, and he has created such a unique sound that you can instantly recognize a Lil Uzi song. The 28-year-old rapper from Philadelphia dropped his latest album Pink Tape in June 2023, and he currently has 40 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Number 7, 21 Savage. 21 Savage is one of the best rappers alive, winning Complex's Rap MVP award for 2022 because of his consistent output, improvement, and evolution of his cadence and wordplay with every verse. The 30-year-old rapper from Atlanta, who we discovered was originally from the United Kingdom 4 years ago, has 55 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and is currently the 30th most streamed artist globally. So far this year he has only featured in a couple songs, but his 2022 collaboration album with Drake, titled Her Loss, put 21 Savage in the conversation of the greatest rappers in the world once again. Number 6, Future. Kanye West said that Future is the most influential artist of the past decade, and we might agree with him. Not only does Future use his voice to contort words and syllables into shapes we've never encountered before, which is his own innovative take on the concept of bars, but his verses are uniquely versatile, traipsing the full spectrum of human emotion, from lovingly tender to cruelly toxic, to heart-wrenching, to turned up to 11, all within the space of an 8 count. Future is considered a pioneer of the use of melody and auto-tune in modern trap music, so there is no question as to why he is commonly regarded as one of the most influential rappers of his generation. The Atlanta native dropped his 9th studio album last year, titled I Never Liked You, and currently has 50 million monthly listeners. Number 5, J. Cole. The reason J. Cole is so widely celebrated in a scene bursting with rappers full of character and skill is because he's not only fantastic at what he does, but because of the total respect he has for hip-hop's past, and his love for it as it is now. J. Cole is just a really good MC that makes some great songs and projects, which enhances his amazing storytelling ability. He is one of the most popular and respected rappers in the game, with a loyal fan base and critical acclaim for his work, having released multiple platinum albums and having been nominated for several Grammy Awards. The 38-year-old rapper made it big with his 2014 Forest Hills Drive album, and he has been at the top of the game since. This year he has been pretty much inactive, only featuring in a couple songs, but there are rumors that he may drop a new album by the end of this year. Number 4. Travis Scott. Travis Scott is a master at creating experiences in his songs. He drills home the concept of nostalgia, and he's able to create an atmosphere for his fans that successfully takes away from the lyrics, creating a mosh pit ambience that fans just can't forget. He has a very distinct voice and rap style that sets him apart from other artists in the music industry, and his music is heavily influenced by Houston hip-hop, which gives it a southern vibe that fans love. The 32-year-old has been one of the most popular rappers in the world for the past few years, and he dropped his fourth studio album just a few days ago, titled Utopia, marking his first album drop after more than 4 years. Scott is one of the world's most streamed artists, with more than 55 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and has created some of hip-hop's most impactful albums in recent times, such as Rodeo or Astroworld. Number 3. Lil Wayne. Many people will say that Lil Wayne's rhymes are superior to everyone else's, but then they can't really explain why. Well, what they mean is that his metaphors are the best in the game. After all, he came up with the phrase "real G's move in silence like lasagna." Now 40 years old, Lil Wayne's career in the music industry has already touched 4 decades, and it has seen him release 13 studio albums, 1 collaborative album, 3 compilation albums, 5 extended plays, and 29 mixtapes, and after all of it, he is still at the top of the game. The thing is that Wayne knows hot rhymes and the secret to commercial success, but he's also got an eye for fashion. Whether it's the bright colors or the platinum grill, Lil Wayne strives to be different, or as he puts it himself, he simply does what he wants and how he wants it. The New Orleans legend has a voice and style so distinct that everyone knows who he is, and what he's all about. After all, he has called himself the GOAT of rap multiple times, and his latest album, titled I Am Music, might be showing that he is not joking at all. Number 2. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar may just be the most skilled rapper of his generation. He is a highly skillful lyricist, and even his phone-ins are solid and would be considered highlights for some of his contemporaries. At his best, Kendrick Lamar is the best lyricist popular music has ever offered. Now 36 years old, Lamar grew up in a high-crime area of Compton where, ironically, his parents had moved to escape a violent milieu in Chicago. He began writing rhymes as a young teenager, releasing his first mixtape in 2003, and though he has been pretty inactive this year, Lamar has 50 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and his 2022 album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers exuded musical and lyrical bravura, making room for intimate and orchestral tender spots. Kendrick Lamar is good at keeping up with the ever-changing demand in the music industry by always choosing edgy beats and finding a wide array of topics to rap about. Influence from his revolutionary tracks is deeply rooted in today's rap culture, and although many try to follow in Lamar's footsteps, few prevail. If we based this list purely off skill and lyricism, Kendrick Lamar would probably be number 1, but since we take into account other things as well, that spot has got to go to. Number 1. Drake. Drake has dominated the charts for a whole decade, and that's no exaggeration. He has dropped hit song after hit song, and has consistently been the best out of the fan-deemed Big Three, which consists of Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake himself. Whether you like it or not, Drake has been the number 1 rapper for many years now, and yes, he may not be the best lyricist, the most likable, or even a pure rapper by some people's definition, but he is the most successful one, and he has been for a long time. Drake is the most streamed rapper in the world and the 10th most streamed artist on Spotify, with more than 70 million monthly listeners. He hasn't dropped an album this year yet, but he dropped 2 last year, Honestly Nevermind, and Her Loss, the latter one being a collaboration with fellow rapper 21 Savage. Drake has been dropping at least 1 album per year since 2015, so we can be certain new music is on the way, especially since he announced that he had a new album coming. Drake has been on top for so long because he knows how to adapt. You don't know what to expect from him when he releases music, as on top of the different genres he also uses different flows, with his rapping style constantly changing so he doesn't sound stale. Drake knows how to make trendy music so that his music stays relevant and his fanbase doesn't stop growing, and he has accomplished just that. So, do you agree with our number 1 pick? Or do you think that despite Drake's popularity, there are better rappers than him on this list? Let us know in the comments section below. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our weekly top 10 videos. Thank you for watching. This is Who's Number 1, and we will see you next time.